My wife cheated thinking I was nobody. Years later, she saw my face on the news. The call came at 11:47 p.m. I remember the time because the numbers glowed red against the dark kitchen like a wound that wouldn't close. Her name on the screen. I didn't answer at first. I watched it vibrate. Once, twice, again. When I finally picked up, she didn't speak right away. I could hear music behind her. Low. Intimate. Not the kind you play in a living room. The kind you play when you want the walls to forget you exist. "I'm not coming home tonight," she said. No apology, no explanation. Just a statement. Clean. Surgical. My fingers tightened around the phone. I stared at the half-eaten dinner I'd made for two. Candles burned down to nothing. Wax hardened like dried tears. "Where are you?" I asked. A pause. Then a soft laugh. Not cruel. Worse. Indifferent. "With friends," she said. "Don't wait up." The line went dead. I stayed where I was. Didn't move. Didn't breathe. Something inside me detached. Quietly. Efficiently. Like a switch flipped in a room no one ever visited. I didn't know it then, but that moment was the last time I was her husband. Everything after that was preparation. She came home the next afternoon. Sunglasses indoors. Hair slightly messy. The faint scent of someone else's cologne clinging to her coat. I noticed everything. I always had. "You look tired," I said. She smiled. Too quickly. Long night. She walked past me like I was furniture, like I had always been furniture. Useful. Silent. Replaceable. I watched her disappear into the bedroom we shared for 7 years. The room where we made promises that now felt like props in a play no one remembered. That evening she told me she wanted space. Not a fight, not tears. Just space. Her phone buzzed constantly. She kept it face down. Password changed. New habits. New clothes. New laugh that didn't belong to me. I didn't confront her. I didn't need to. The truth has a weight to it. You feel it before you see it. I replayed moments. Late nights. Sudden trips. The way she'd stopped asking about my work, as if it no longer mattered. Maybe to her, it didn't. To her, I was nobody. I began quietly. Phone records first. Not illegal. Not dramatic. Just patterns. Numbers that appeared too often. Calls that lasted too long. Then observations. She left earlier. Came home later. Sometimes not at all. I followed once. Just once. I parked across the street and watched her walk into a hotel with a man who didn't look back, because men who are certain don't fear being seen. She smiled at him in a way she hadn't smiled at me in years. I felt something then. Not pain. Focus. I didn't scream. Didn't cry. Didn't confront. Instead, I went back to my work. The work she never asked about. The projects she thought were hobbies. Just ideas, she'd say. "You should get a real job." I smiled every time. Let her believe it. While she was rewriting our marriage, I was building something else. Something patient. Something sharp. I gathered evidence. Not for court. For myself. Clarity is the most dangerous thing a betrayed man can possess. The confirmation came quietly. An email. No subject line. Just a forwarded message from an unknown account. Photos. Her. Him. Hotel rooms. Private parties. A life I was never invited to. The sender didn't ask for money. Didn't threaten. They just wrote, "You deserve to know." I closed my laptop and sat in the dark. I already knew. That night she came home humming. Happy. Light. "Can we talk?" she asked. Finally. I nodded. She stood across from me, arms crossed like a shield. "I've been seeing someone else." There it was. Clean. Out loud. "I didn't think you'd notice," she added. "You're always busy." I looked at her. Really looked. And felt nothing. "How long?" I asked. She hesitated, then shrugged. "Does it matter?" No. It didn't. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I packed a bag. She watched, confused now, uneasy. "That's it?" she asked. "You're just leaving?" "Yes." She laughed, trying to regain control. "You won't survive without me." I paused at the door, turned.
and smiled. I already have. The divorce was quiet, efficient. She took the apartment, the furniture, the life she thought she'd won. I took my silence. Years passed. I disappeared. And then, one night, my phone exploded with messages. Friends, colleagues, strangers. You were on the news. A feature. Prime time. My company. My face. My name scrolling across the screen. Innovation. Success. Impact. The man nobody noticed had become impossible to ignore. I imagined her watching, sitting somewhere small, recognizing my eyes, my voice, realizing, too late. I never reached out. I didn't need to. The past has a way of finding people when they least expect it. I heard through others that she collapsed, that she asked about me, that she cried. It didn't move me. Not anymore. I stood in my office that night, city lights below, reflections staring back at me from the glass, calm, steady, untouched. She thought I was nobody. She was wrong. And that knowledge, that quiet, devastating truth,